Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome to another episode of Anything Football, hosted by me, Coach Chris. It is 8:08 in the morning, and I'm extremely tired right now. Reason for that is we started football practice for the spring this past Monday, and coach or not, you just never really physically prepare for this, so I'm pretty tired this morning. But I did say in my last few videos that I would talk a little NFL, and to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't followed anything in the NFL or college over the last month. That's because I have been, for the past 3-4 weeks, in prep mode, gearing up for this shortened spring season, football season, for New York State. Because that pandemic that's hit us, last year's fall season was canceled, leaving a lot of pissed off seniors and their parents. New York State over this past year, has carefully been watching the numbers of COVID patients and doing the whole science thing, and they finally determined about 2 months ago that we were going to have a shortened spring football season so that the seniors this year for high school can have a somewhat decent year of football, their last year of high school. So that's why I haven't really focused anything on NFL or done any videos on the NFL. I promise you I will come around to that at some point. I will not leave you guys hanging. And right now, anyways, to be honest with you, with the way the NFL is working, so many free agents jumping ship, going from team to team, signings here, signings there. This guy's cut, that guy's cut. Mock drafts are changing on a weekly basis. So, I mean, it's just really hard to hone in on, who's going to go where. There have been a lot of signings over the past few weeks. The Patriots have signed a ton of guys. The Buffalo Bills is where, I'm from here, Buffalo, New York. They signed a few guys, but there's still a lot of jambalaya going on. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was simple offensive plays. A lot of the videos I have posted have been really about defense, and today I thought was a good day to really get into some offensive plays, simple offensive plays out of simple formations, just to give you, a simple idea, understanding that you can run these plays, and nothing too complex. I mean, you can get more creative with your offensive playbook. It's up to you. Excuse me, yes, I do chew. I don't really care if you see it or not. But anyways, my mouth will look like Rocky. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it's just simplicity. That's basically what I'm about on offense and defense when it comes to football. It's just really keeping it simple. And to be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to offense, it's assignment football. It's assignment football where you draw up the play. Everybody has one specific assignment, and it's just a matter of executing those plays. Where on defense, yes, defense you have assignment too, but you can more or less make a mistake defensively and still recover. Where offense, a little hard to do. If everybody on that team, on that offense, isn't really doing their job, it can be a disaster, and a defense can blow up your offense real quick. Not quite the same on defense. So I just want to show you some simple stuff, go over how I approach offense. I'm not really an offensive guy. I think I will spend some more time looking into being more offensive minded. I do believe that defense wins championships, but it's just simple formation, simple plays. I think you, like defense, got to base your offense on the type of team that you have. It's, talent wise, size, speed. You can't, you can't run a spread offense and run jet sweeps if your guys are slow. I mean, it's not going to work. So let's just get into some of the plays here, and let me just shrink this down. As you can see here, I have simple plays that I run. I usually, and I just want to make a side note too, when you're doing a playbook, you want to be simple with your playbook, okay? When you hand a playbook to a bunch of kids,
powering off.
There goes my speaker again. That damn thing always goes off. When you're doing a playbook, though, that you hand out to your players, it's got to start simple, okay? It's got to start simple. It's got to go from simplicity to complex. And usually the way I like to do a playbook is formations. Take my most simplest plays with my most simplest formation and put those first, and then get into the more complex formations with the more complex running plays or pass plays, whatever. Today, though, we're going to focus strictly on some run plays here. I had to take a sip here. Pepsi. That's my coffee in the morning is Pepsi. So here's my playbook. My run plays are, 16 run plays. I know some people will say that really is a lot, but it really isn't. And I'll get into that in just a minute. But let's just start here first and take a look at this stuff. Okay, as you can see here, a lot of offenses, when it comes to numbering their gaps, okay, they like to do a lot of numbers. They do the number system with their gaps. Everything to the right are even numbers for their gaps. Everything to the left is odd. So here would be a 2 gap, a 4 gap, a 6 gap, 8. Over here would be 1, 3, 5, 7. And again, a lot of coaches have their offense based on their numbers. They'll have their 2 back here and their 3 back here, or vice versa. I just usually, as a matter of fact, I want to fix that real quickly. What I do is I call them by what they are. I got a fullback and I have a tailback. Okay. I don't do the number system. Okay. I don't do, like if this was the 2 back and we're calling 24 dive, the number 2 back would get the ball and hit the 4 hole because he's the 2 back going through the 4 hole, hence 24, and it would be considered a dive play. I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is because really college and pro really doesn't have that. Okay, they might have numbered holes, but very rarely. I keep it simple. Now, as I said in my defensive videos, I number my gaps from the center out. So you have the A gaps, not to be confused with A holes. Don't call it that. So you got your A gaps here, your B gaps, your C gaps. A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap. They're the same on both sides. And offensively, that's what I do. I think it's easier to tell them, if you're calling a simple give play, which would be the A gap, it makes it easier for them to understand, in my opinion. Okay. I use word formations. I don't use numbered formations. I give the way I call a play is the formation and then the type of play. Pretty simple. Now this is out of a balanced set, okay? A double tight. You got the receiver out here. You got 2 running backs, okay? Now the way I have my play call set up is everything to the right is just a is just the formation plus the play. Everything to the left, when you read my play calling, it'll have, if it has an S after it, okay, an S in parentheses, that means we're going left with the play. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here's a simple play. This is out of a pro formation. It's pro give, and that's it. You can see it up here, pro give. All right, there's no S, so we know it's going to the right. And that's just a give play is for a fullback. Usually between the guards, anything between the tackles or the guards, I usually tend to give the ball to the fullback. If we need short yardage, 2-3 yards, I want somebody in there that can pound the rock, and fullbacks are usually known for doing that. I played fullback, so this is how I was taught, you know. And again, let's change this to fullback, tailback. Okay, so pro formation. Okay, tight ends to the right, receivers off the line on the right side, X receivers on the line on the left side. Okay, pro give, just a simple right through the A gap here. Remember, I don't do 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't do that. Okay, it's just the A gap, the B gap, the C gap. Pro give is just simple quarterback handing the ball to the fullback, and he's running through the A gap. All right, that's it. Simple. Tailback, you can do whatever you want with your tailback. You can have your quarterback reverse pivot and hand the ball off, or just turn towards the play side, hand the ball off. You can put your tailback going the other way and run an option out of it if you want, whatever. But this is a simple running play, just pro give. Okay, as I said, there's no S in the formation here, the formation name or title, because it's run right. Okay, now the great thing about these plays, the way I have these plays set up and the formations that I use, is any play that I have running to the right, you can run to the left. Okay, out of the same formations. So when you saw it earlier, what looked like 16 plays, and technically it's 16 plays when really it's not. It's more like 8 plays, just the formations are just flipped. That's all they are. So you got pro give going to the right. All right, now we'll go back, and now we got pro up here. See everybody up here, pro give S. S is in parentheses. As I said, the S, when you see that S in the formation, that means we are running left. We are going left. And as you can see here, it's pro left. And I can put a S in here. Okay. I can put pro S, give S, which is what I should have done. That's a mistake on my part. But let's just go ahead and fix that. Okay. Real quickly. Bear with me here. There. Pro S, give S. Okay. Pro S is the formation. Pro S meaning left. Pro left. I don't say left. I say pro S, which means left. So now the tight end's to the left of the formation. This receiver's off the line. This receiver's on the line. Pro S, give S. Okay? And it's just the same thing, except we're going the other way. The fullback will take the ball and run through the A gap on the left side of the center. Pretty simple. So pro S, tight end's left, give S. Now I can run this out of pro. Okay? I can run pro, which would be to the right. The tight end would be on the right hand side. I can call the formation, I can call strength of formation to the right and say pro and still run give S, except the tight end would be over here on the right side instead of the left. Or I can go pro S, give S. Okay, doesn't matter. What I do to one side, I can do to the other. I can flip the formation. I can keep the formation and run the same play. I can even go pro S, strength of the offense is to the left, and run give, going right. Okay? The S is what's important. The S designates left. If there's no S, it designates right. So if you see the S after the formation, it means the strength of the offense is going to be to the left, and then comes the play, actual play itself. And if you don't see the S, it means right. If you do see the S, it means left. So you got pro give, strong right, tight end on this side, running the A gap. Pro S, for strength of formation is to the left. We're running give to the left side through the A gap on the left side. I can go pro, give S. I can go pro left, give, or both together. Pro S, give S. Okay? Fullback gets the ball. He's hitting the A gap. Here's the blocking. We double down on here and we reach up to the inside linebacker. Center takes the D tackle. Guard can chip and go up to the linebacker. Everybody else has their basic blocks. A play like this is just designed really to grind out yards. You need 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. It's a good way to just get some quick yards real quick early in. Okay? So that's a simple play. Pro, give, pro S, give, pro, give S, pro S, give, or give S. It doesn't really matter. What I do to one side, I can do to the other. Alright? So now let's look at some other plays. And it can be ran out of divide or I formation. It doesn't matter. Now again here, okay, same formation, pro. Alright? I can call it pro. Again, I should put that in there. I'll have to go back and make some of these corrections here. I threw this together at the last minute. So you got pro, dive, option. Pro formation, because there's no S, the tight end is on the right side. That's the strength of our formation. Pro means right, pro S means left, which means the tight end would be to the left. So pro dive is basically somewhere he's supposed to run the B gap. Okay, more like here, inside here. And that all depends on where how the blocking develops. But pro dive is whether you're in divide or I formation, it doesn't really matter. When it comes to dive plays, I like to run it out of divide, simply because with backs divide, the defense they really can't zero in on one running back in particular. If you're in I formation, it's a little easier to read than they are if they're in divide. So pro dive option here, okay? And what we do here is we hand the ball off and he runs through the B gap. Again, we got the A gap, B gap, C gap. Alright? Hand the ball off, and what the quarterback can do, I don't have to call option either. I could have just called pro dive. I can go pro, which is strength to the right, dive S, and give the ball to my tailback running through the B gap this way. Okay? Again, what I do to one side, I can do the other. I can keep the formation strong right if I want, or I can make it strong left and run dive S. Okay? But for simplicity purposes, we got pro dive. If I go pro dive option, what he's going to do is he's going to run through the hole. The quarterback will read. This defensive end comes down. Okay? He's going to hand it off to the running back, which is why I have him going more here, because I want him to hit here and break it outside, make a cut, and head this way. So if I call pro dive, it's just hand the ball off. He hits the B gap. Again, another play designed just to gain some yards. It's not designed to break for touchdowns. If you do, great. Otherwise, it's meant to gain 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. If I call pro dive option, again, we're watching this defensive end. The quarterback is coming down here. He's meeting the running back at the point. If this DN closes down, the quarterback can pull it out and they can run the option play. If the defensive end comes across, he's going to hand the ball off, and the fullback or tailback, however you want to have your running backs and divide, just keep the ball and make a play. Okay? And the blocking's the same. Now, I can take this tight end and I can double down on the defensive tackle with my right tackle, my right guard, and have the tight end go up to the inside linebacker. But now you're leaving two guys here able to make a play. And the DN will be responsible for quarterback. Outside linebacker will be responsible for the pitch man. Okay? So you got a one-on-one thing here. So I don't really like doing that. I want to block this DN, and I want to force this DN to either make a decision. He's either going to fight back inside, or he's going to come across. And if he does, we hand the ball off. If he crashes down inside hard, we keep it, and we ISO on the outside linebacker. Okay, so simple plays. Again, I don't have to run option out of this. I could just call dive, and he can run it. Pro dive. Pro formation. Strong right. I can go pro S. We'll go to that right now. Okay. Let's call this pro. Whoop. Pro S dive S. Alright. Or pro S dive option S. Same thing going back the other way. Now we're strong left on the formation. It's still pro, but now the strength of the offense is to the left. Alright. Again, I can run dive S or dive option S out of pro and be strong right in the formation. And the same concept applies. Okay. We're meeting at the point of contact. If this DN comes down inside, the quarterback's going to pull the ball, and we're going to ISO on the outside linebacker here, and we're going to run the option play. The defensive end comes across, we're going to give the ball, hand the ball off, and we're going to go. Because if they see that we're running option here, this outside linebacker probably is going to respect the option first, and so he's probably going to fly up not knowing that he's getting the ball. Okay, especially if he's a little wider outside, or if they bring him down on the line. If they bring him down on the line, the quarterback's going to see that. If he's already on the line, we don't run the option. We tell our quarterbacks right then and there, if you see that, we can run the option, but if you see that, hand the ball off. Give it to the running back, have him break it outside, because now he's vacated this spot because he's down here in an apparent pass rush. Okay, and my running backs are usually 3 yards, 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, not 6 or 7. So again, a pro formation, simple, real easy, nothing too crazy. Again, what I do to my right side, I can do to my left. I can run out of a right side, strong side right formation, strong side left formation. I can flip the calls either way I want. And the play calling is simple. We either go pro, which is strong right. We go pro S, which is strong left. And we call dive S or dive. Really simple. Blocking schemes are still the same. Nothing changes. Okay. Now down here we have, again, it's pro. I didn't put it up here because if you guys don't know what pro is by now, you probably shouldn't be coaching football. So here we have a simple play, pro trap. Again, this is another fullback run. I haven't changed the numbers in here yet, but this is a fullback play. Anything between the guards, sometimes between the tackles, I like to give it to my fullback. Let him pound the rock. When I played fullback, I made a living off of running trap. Alright, and how we trap here out of pro is we have the center block down on the D tackle, The right guard will work to the second level, get the backside inside linebacker. The guard is coming right behind this guy, coming right behind the center. The guard will clear out of here. The left guard will trap the defensive tackle here. Okay, there'll be a quick chip block up to the inside linebacker. The Y or the tight end, he's just going to keep the DN from crashing inside. The left tackle is going to take a hard step inside and turn him out. And there it is. And as soon as the running back gets the football at the center point of the center, where the center would be, okay, he's going to, as soon as he gets right here, he's going to look to cut at a 45 and break it open. All right. Scored a lot of touchdowns running trap. And if you run it right, you can score and get big yards out of it. But again, this is another play for the fullback. But again, the purpose of this is to show you it's out of pro formation. Now I can call trap S, which I have, and I'll show you. This is pro S, trap S. Same thing. It's just now we're flipped. The formation's flipped. Now we're strong left instead of strong right. Okay, out of pro. I can still call pro and be strong right and still run trap S. Nothing really changes. But I always like to have the strength of my offense towards the play sides that I'm running to. So if my plays are going left, I want more blockers to my left. If I'm running right, I want more blockers going to my right. But again, it's a simple formation. I don't have any motions going on. I don't have a lot of, crazy, ridiculous blocking schemes going on. They're very straight heads up blocking out of a simple formation, out of pro. Okay, and you can run any kind of plays out of pro. Pro is a very popular formation run. Well, not as of late. Lately, a lot of teams like to run out of a twins look, or what I call twins or deuces. But again, here we go. We got pro kick out. All right, the same formation, pro, meaning strong right, tight end right, lines up on the right side. Pro kick out. And all we're doing here is center takes backside D tackle or nose. Okay. Tight end works up to the inside linebacker. The right guard is trying to hook this D end. This tight defensive tackle, not DN, sorry. He's just doing a cut block right at his feet. The right tackle pulls. As his DN comes across, he's kicking out the DN. The fullback leads through, possibly getting the outside linebacker if he comes down inside. If he comes across, he can go get him, or he can continue to lead through and turn and look inside, or keep lead blocking all the way through. And we hand the ball off to the tailback. Quarterback continues on if we want to do a pass play out of this. Simple off-tackle play, though. Outside shade of the right tackle. That's kick out of a pro formation. And again, now, I can call out of this formation here, we're strong right and pro, I can call kick out S and run it exactly how this looks, only to the left. But as I said, I like to have more blockers to the side that I'm running the ball at. So when I call kick out S, tight end's on the left side. So it'll be pro S, kick out S. The first word in my offensive lingo is the formation. If there's an S, it simply means strong left. If there's not an S, it means strong right. The next word they hear is the actual play. Dive or dive S. Dive means to the right, dive S means to the left. The S represents left side all the time. So here we have dive pro S, pro S, kick out S. Sorry. Same blocking schemes. Nothing changes. We're cutting down here, blocking backside. He's reaching up. He's blocking. He's going up inside to get the inside linebacker. He's kicking out the DN. The fullback is leading through, taking the outside linebacker. If he comes in, If he comes down, he can either get him or lead through. We're handing the ball off right off the outside shade of the tackle. Boom. Kick out is a good play to run. It's a quick strike play, especially against a 4-4 or a 5-3. So again, we have about 8 plays so far that can be ran out of pro or pro S, left or right. All right. Again, now a different formation now finally, what I call slot. And the reason we call it slot is because we have a slot receiver here. The number 2 guy is a slot receiver. I could also run counter out of pro too, by the way. I'm sure all you offensive coaches know that no matter what formations you have, you can almost run any play you want. So on the counter, what I basically have here, as you can see, is from the guard out, we're blocking backside. Everybody's blocking backside, okay? The center goes down on the defensive tackle. The left guard chips, working his way up to the backside inside linebacker. The left tackle is blocking down on the defensive tackle play side. We pull the guard, who either hooks the defensive end in or kicks him out, depending on where the defensive end lines up. This D end is way outside. We tell the guard, just push him outside, and the right tackle will follow up inside and either get the outside linebacker or help with the inside linebacker. But let's just say for schematic wise, play drawing wise, we hook the D end in. We pull the guard. Okay, he leads through. He helps with the defensive end. Right tackle comes through. He kicks out the outside linebacker. Tailback will take 2 steps to his left to get the defense maybe flowing this way. And this is key right here. This is very important. You want to show the play going this way. He wants to take 2 hard steps this way. You want to get the defense flowing left because you're because you're coming back right. Quarterback reverses or in shotgun or under center, it doesn't matter. He turns and hands it off, and he's just following his guard and his tackle coming through. The guard will hook the DN inside or kick him out. The tackle will come in and get the outside linebacker or lead up inside if the defensive end's outside and help with the inside linebacker or run up inside and then get the outside linebacker if he crashes back inside. So that is counter, pro or slot counter. Now, slot S counter, obviously, or slot, I can run slot S counter, which flips this formation, but still run counter. Slot S means strength is to the left. Or I can call slot S counter S and run it back to the left. Okay, when you call counter, though, you got to be careful. Okay, this really should be the slot formation. The slot receiver should be to this side with the tight end to the right. I'll have to go back and fix that because strength of formation for me is determined by the tight end. But you guys get the gist of, the formation, be it left, right, S, or not S. So that's just some simple plays that I drew up. And I got more to show you, but I don't want to go too long in doing that. So that's just a quick overview of just some simple offensive plays. I'll do some passing plays in my next video to show you some simple stuff. But again, I keep it simple. It's really pro, slot, balance, double tight. You can run to the left, you can run to the right, you can run to the left, you can flip-flop formations, you can keep it strong right or strong left and run the other way. It doesn't matter. They're just simple run plays, all right? And, keep it simple until you see and know the kind of talent you have. Then, as time goes on, you can expand your playbook, your offensive playbook, more to be more complex. If you want to start putting motions in there, or whatever, jet sweeps, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's up to you based on your talent. And excuse me, I am so tired. It's up to you to do however you want to handle it. But the bottom line is, it's simple. Okay. I don't think, other than maybe double tight, you don't get more of a simple offense than pro. You can make an entire playbook out of just one formation if you want, and some teams do that a lot. You know, my offensive playbook, as is, including run and pass, has 4 formations. We run out of pro, slot, twins, and power, which, very simple stuff. And I can run all those plays that I showed you out of all those formations. That's the beauty of it. I don't need to switch to a different formation to run a specific type of play. If you're talking run plays, pass play might be a little bit different. But purely speaking, for running back, for running plays, doesn't matter what formation I'm in. I can still run those plays. I can be an I or divide. I have those right. I retain that option to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick video. Again, if you like that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave your comments. I'm not really getting a lot of comments on my videos, which is fine. I guess it means, no news is good news. Nobody really has anything to say, so maybe I'm doing something right. But I do want to point out, I did start this video channel about a month ago, and my first video hit over 100 views so far. So thank you to everybody that's looking at this. Spread the word, get it out there. I'd like everybody to take a look at these videos, leave their comments and their thoughts if they want. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Keep supporting me and help this station grow. And we'll do good things. We'll do really good things. And I think these videos will help a lot of coaches and players understand the game of football in an easier capacity. So with that in mind, again, the next video I post will be, again, on offense, but it'll be more passing plays. I'm not going to cover all the passing plays. In high school football, I would say 25 plays is enough. Maybe you have 15 run plays, 10 pass plays, but 25 plays is a good enough for a playbook. You don't need to go ass crazy with all this and get all exotic and stuff. It's high school football. Keep it simple. Remember, you only got 2 years with these kids to build and instill the game of football in them and get them prepared to go on and play college football. So, again, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your time. Keep hitting that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I will see you at some point in the future, very shortly. I won't be doing as many videos because I'll be, right now we just started football season this past Monday, so I'll be coaching. So a lot of my time will be focused on my team, obviously. So I will make these videos as soon as I can. And I do promise that at some point between now and the draft, I will talk NFL. I do want to live up to what the title of this YouTube channel is, Anything Football. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. Again, I keep saying it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Be safe, stay healthy, have fun, play football, have fun, get your kids out there, and let's regrow the game of football. Until then, I'll see you. Bye.